booties for black girl nerds.
Gentlemen, the journey continues. The college journey continues. You guys all have different things that are affecting your day-to-day life and your abilities to get things done in college, but that's okay because you're still gonna make it. I will start with Trevor. We're at the mid-season break and Aaron has got some things going on with Zoey. We weren't sure. What's the rest of his journey? If you could tell us, what's it gonna look like as we come to the season close?
With Zoey in particular, I can't really say much on that. But in terms of, I think it kind of is synonymous with all the characters. We just grow up, you know, you see his growth and decisions that he makes, and he's learned from his lessons. But still doesn't have it all quite figured out, which makes it interesting when it comes to his relationships and friendships.
Absolutely. Diggy, if you could have your own college experience, how much of it would you say would be like Doug's? Would you make some of those same choices?
Let me think. As far as having a girl in school, I don't know, man. They say college, you kind of have to enjoy and kind of be selfish. You know, you're young, so I don't know if I would have a girl like Doug would, but if I fell in love, who's to say? So I don't know about that.
You could find a little balance in college, which is great for Luca. Can you make it? Do you think students can make it through college without having any relationship drama? Is it possible to find that balance of making it through school and having a good social life like we're seeing our friends here do?
I mean, it's possible. I don't think it's common. I think it's like part of the whole. I feel like part of the college experience is drama. You know, it's like something to talk about. It's like provenance. You're like, this happened, da 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 da. You know, spill the tea, the whole bit. You know.
You know, the college experience has changed a lot for me because it's been a long time since I was in college. For you, Jordan, you know, are we going to appropriate anything as we come to the close of the season? Are we picking up some new stuff as we make it to the end?
I think Vivek has learned some of his lessons from the cultural appropriation episodes. But you know, just like what you're talking about, right? He's trying to figure out love in college and experiments in college and that kind of stuff. So he's always working on that, and we can see more of that.
Jordan, I like your whole setup. I feel like you're interviewing the rest of the cast. If you had to interview your partners here, who do you think would be the most likely interview that would surprise us?
You know, I think I would like to actually interview Luca because we don't spend as much time together as like, you know, I spend maybe with everyone else, and our lifestyles are also very different, but we have a couple things that we like to talk about. So I think if I was to interview someone, it'd actually be Luca.
That's true. I agree. I think me and him have a lot to unpack that we don't even know there is to unpack.
Lots to unpack.
There's a lot there. There's a lot of luggage here. I've known him for 3 years, and somehow I don't think we've had a conversation longer than 5 minutes. I actually think I'm actually offended if I don't get invited to your podcast now. So we have a lot to talk about after this interview here.
Noted.
Why can't he come to the podcast? Can Trevor come to the podcast? Can Diggy come to the podcast? What's up with that?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have everyone on podcast. We'll do that episode one day.
Trevor, if you could swap characters with any of the guys up here, who would you want to swap with for like an episode?
I think Vivek for sure. Just carefree, you know what I'm saying? Even though in the show it may come off as like, oh, he's whatever. I think he's just carefree and lives his life, you know, the way he sees fit, and is like, hey, oh, that's not cool. All right, cool. Hey, man, at least I tried. I did.
That might be one of my favorite characters because he's low-key always slightly out of pocket, but he's kind of oblivious. So he's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And Vivek has all the bread, which is even funnier. Like literally the reason why they have that big house. It's because of Vivek.
Yeah.
Eternal optimist, you know.
And lastly, to close it out, Diggy, and you can't say yourself, who has the best off-camera swag out of all these guys?
Oh, no. Off-camera swag.
You can't say yourself.
You put me on the spot here, man. I'm gonna have to go with Jordan, man. I seen him the other day. He had his gym swag on. He had he was doing his thing. So I'm gonna just go with Jordan, man. I'm gonna just go with
Smart man.
Good answer. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Always
Thank
enjoy
you.
seeing y'all this
Peace.
shit take place. Thank you again.
Love.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.